Hi guys, so today we're going to be starting kind of our final section with these seedless um, plants, talking about non-vascular plants. And then we'll be, kind of wrapping up our bryophyte and moss study. It's going to take us about 4 days, maybe 5 days to finish this off. And you're going to be doing it in little chunks. So I have here for you part 1. And I also have the PowerPoint that goes along with these questions. Now, you're going to use the same PowerPoint for all of the parts. However, I'm only going to give you the questions in little bits, so you won't really be going through the PowerPoint from start to finish on the first day or the second day or the third day. We're doing it in little chunks. So whenever you open up your PowerPoint, it will look something like this. It's going to say non-vascular and simple vascular plants, mosses and ferns, and that's where we're going to start. And this right here is the PDF version of the questions. Now you cannot actually write on this PDF version of them. It's not in a Google Doc or Kami, anything like that. So you'll need to either have a separate Google Doc open, or you'll want to have a notebook so you can write the answers down. Or you can just answer them in the text box, which is fine too. So you have a couple different ways you can go about doing this. You don't need to print this stuff out and send it to me that way. That's just a waste of paper and ink for you guys who are learning at home. So, do it whatever way you feel is easiest. Now, I'm going to go through this part 1 with you so you can kind of understand how to do it. So I'm going to open up mine. Mine is in a Word document. So I'm going to write on mine, but since you guys don't have the ability to write on Word documents and then send it in, that's why yours is a PDF version. So this is what the first couple questions will look like, or the first group of questions will look like, and we'll be doing it along with this PowerPoint here on the side, which is always very particular about how you set it up. Okay. So first part here, it says, name the 3 divisions of seedless vascular plants and a member of each. Now, the nice thing about this PowerPoint here is that it does pretty much go in order. You might skip around ever so slightly, like going back a slide, but you're not going to be, going forward 10 slides and then going back one. It kind of goes in order for you. So over here we have our seedless non-vascular plants. There's the spore capsules at the top, and this is what a moss would look like whenever it's preparing to divide or create babies. So here's our 3 divisions. The first one is the bryophyta, and an example of that would be the moss. Then we have the hepatophyta, and that's going to be the liverworts. And then the last one here, which is our hornworts. Anthocerophyta. Okay, and if you look down here is a picture of each one of them. They look very similar to one another, at least the hornworts and the liverworts do. Moss is a little different. They're not as flat. So we're going to start talking about the bryophyta division, which is going to be our mosses. So what is the common name for mosses, liverworts, and hornworts? We call them the bryophytes. Bryophytes lack what type of tissue? So this includes liverworts, hornworts, mosswort. They lack vascular tissue. Name the 2 vascular tissues lacking in the bryophytes. They are lacking the xylem and the phloem. I am terrible at spelling anymore. I think it's because I'm talking whenever I'm doing this, and my fingers can't type, and my eyes can't read the words the way I want them to type them, and then me talking confuses everybody. So the xylem is for drinking purposes, carrying water, And the phloem is for food. What is the two-stage life cycle of plants called? So they go through alternation of generations, which is a sporophyte and gametophyte stage. So it's called the alternation of generations. And the two, so you guys kind of seeing how this goes? It's pretty much right in order here. It's a sporophyte and the gametophytes. Which stage is dominant in bryophytes? The dominant stage is going to be the gametophyte. And how do they reproduce? They reproduce by spores. So here's what they look like. You can see those little tan things at the top are going to be the spores, and the green part is the gametophyte. They're small, non-vascular plants, no true roots, leaves, or stems. They grow in moist areas, brick walls. So the stage where they look like a lush green carpet, that's going to be the main stage, which is the gametophyte stage. Name the division for mosses. That's the bryophyta. It should be back up in this one here. Why are mosses small plants? They're small because they don't have vascular tissue. They have no true roots, leaves, or stems. No. What type of areas do they grow in? Moist areas. Brick walls. As thick mats on the forest floor on the sides of trees. The forest floor, sides of trees. The moss gametophytes must grow close together in moist areas. Give 2 reasons why. So you probably know this answer already because we talked about it when you guys did your web quests last week. But if you don't remember, they need to go close together because water moves by diffusion from cell to cell. And also the sperm must swim to the egg. What covers the outside of a moss plant to prevent water loss? Whoa. Mosses have an outer waxy cuticle. What anchors moss plants? They have root-like rhizoids to anchor the plant. And rhizoids absorb water like true roots. They do not absorb water. Where does the sporophyte generation occur on moss plants? It's going to occur at the top of the plant. I believe. Out of the leaves. What is at the top of the plant? A capsule. And then you have to label this one. So number 1 would be the sporophyte, number 2 would be the gametophyte, capsule, seta, stem and leaves, and then rhizoids is down here at number 6. Yours will have the numbers in the appropriate places. Mine isn't because I've been writing on the document, which has been shifting things around. So you're going to just keep on going through this. And let me see here where you are going to be stopping at. So I believe your last question is going to be number 41. And that should be right around this area here. Looks just like that picture. So you guys will be stopping right around on this slide here. So you're going to get to slide 16 or so on the first one. Let me see. Nope, I lied. It's slide 17. That's where you're going to be stopping at for today. You'll just continue on going just as I was. If you have any questions or you're getting a little lost, let me know and I can try to guide you in the right direction here. Okay, guys? Remember, you're going to be typing this up in your own Google Doc, or you will be making a text box, or you're going to have a notebook and you're going to write the answers out that way. All right. I'll meet back with you here shortly to show you how to do the second part there and tell you what slide you're going to end on. Have a good day.